You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level. Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn connects you with experts from all over the world to help you take charge of your career, your business, and your life. Rap along with us. Visit drjacalyn.com to learn how to become a guest or a sponsor. And now, the doctor is in.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome. You are watching Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, fashion, fitness, travel, and leisure. I love this show because I'm all about all of those things. I am Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, and I'm thrilled that you're joining us today. My co-host and dear friend is in the house, Diane Floyd Boehm. Welcome to the program.
Hi, I'm so excited. I love our show.
I do too. I love your bling. You're blinged out from our guest from last week.
Yes, I thought, I'll go ahead and do it. Why can't we bling for exercise? We talked about it, right?
We sure did. Yes, definitely. And I love the fact that we have the blue going on. We're sort of in alignment there.
Yes, we are. We didn't even try, guys.
No, we didn't even plan. And by the way, we have a great guest with us today. I want to thank Philip Chan. He's introduced us to Emma Porsz. She's joining us from England, and we're going to be talking about fitness. So last week it was fashion. This week it's fitness. We had another show about travel and leisure. So we're hitting all four of our topics.
Fabulous. And I am ready to get fit. COVID is over, and I had fun discovering my kitchen and making my breads and everything, and now it's time to release the dough.
That's a good one, Diane. I like it. Before this show, we were talking about what we used to do for our workouts before COVID, and I mentioned that I was a huge solid core person, and I miss it desperately. I wish they'd put one here at the shore in New Jersey, but also yoga, and I still do my yoga. But one thing that I started doing during the pandemic, and then I want to hear from you, is trampolining. So I have a trampoline here behind my green screen, and I have weights, and I put on my favorite Netflix show, and I just jump away for an hour. I wear my little watch, and I can burn more calories trampolining for an hour than I can walking 7 or 8 miles outside. So it's a nice. You feel youthful. I feel like all my skin's coming back up. So during COVID, it was going down. Like, what are you doing down there? But what about you? What were your fitness routines like before COVID?
Before COVID, I mentioned I was in 9 rounds, so kickboxing, and so you do core plus all the kickboxing, and I absolutely loved it. They provided opportunities for you to go online and do it, but I just love being in person, so I'm ready to get back in person. And before I just returned to the States, but when we were living in the States, I was very big into Pilates and yoga. Now I'm going to start all over. I don't think I could do that. The core.
There's muscle memory, I think. So I think you'll be able to jump back into it. But before we bring Emma out, why don't you share with us, Diane, about who you are and what it is that you do? I'm going to spotlight you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Hello, everyone. Today's a great day, isn't it? We're moving into the weekend. So I am a children's author, and I'm very excited, but I am moving into my very first young adult book, so I'm excited about it, and you'll learn more about it as the time gets closer to the launch. I absolutely love to write and inspire and actually do keynotes on inspiring people to love themselves, to be proud of who they are, and to be kind to one another. And that's what my children's books are all about. Thanks, Dr. Jacalyn.
And let's not forget to mention that the illustrations are magnificent, award-winning even. So and we'll be taking a look at your clip on our commercial break. So let's bring out Emma right now.
Yes.
Hi, Emma. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me. Hi.
Hi, it's a pleasure. So as I mentioned, you're joining us from England.
Yeah.
And we love our friends in the UK. We actually have we have a little flag over here, a little thing I'm going to play up by Diane. Let me see.
Oh yeah, I love this.
Yeah, so it's the reunion or the union of our two countries, our two great nations. So I love it. So Emma, tell us a little bit about you. We have some incredible pictures that are just I'm still blown away by the 8-pack that you have. We were having a conversation backstage just about some of the things that, I think are misnomers when it comes to fitness. But I'd love to hear a little bit about your background of how you got interested in fitness, and we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you. So I've always sort of had a love for fitness and sport. Ever since I was, I'd say it started around 10 or 11. I was just fascinated by fitness and all the sports. I just loved it. I was a little bit of a tomboy, actually. And when I was, I think it was 15, my PE teacher sort of really inspired me, and she was into rugby. I don't know if you play it over there, actually. But yeah, she got me involved in a rugby club, and then I actually really loved it. And I got to represent England. I was in the England youth squad. So it kind of escalated from there. And then I went to university, and then I played a little bit more rugby, and then I got into soccer. And I think I just tried every sport. I did tennis, and then recently I've competed in boxing. So I've had 6 fights, and then I just loved it. And as a child, because of that, I went to university and decided to become a PE teacher, so a phys ed educator. And because I love sport and I love kids, and I just wanted to inspire people to tell them, the importance of staying active. And then recently, sort of, a couple of years ago, I got more into the fitness side of things, and wanted to help train people to have a better, healthier lifestyle. And and then during lockdown, I just really got motivated to get even fitter, and really wanted to get into the best shape that I could, really, and inspire my kids at home.
I can't wait to hear more about your routine. And we have a comment from Philip. Hi, Philip. So good to have you with us today. Emma Porsz is a cross between an Olympian, supermodel, and supermom. She is a fitness coach who walks the walk, and her videos are outstanding. Yay.
That's so kind of him. He's an amazing man.
He truly, I think he's the man.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think Philip is the man who never sleeps. Anytime I contact him, I don't care when it is, he's like, boom, he's right back to me. So we love you, Philip. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Such lovely comments.
It was a lovely comment, and what I love too about it is you, and I think you're an inspiration, because you show us that we can be everything. We can be a mom, but we can still take care of ourselves, and we can go after our dreams, which is what you did in competition. So that's incredible.
Yeah, I just really want to inspire people. I want to show them that it is possible. It doesn't matter if you're a mom, you can still, because some of my friends becoming a mom, they kind of took a step back with their fitness and kind of not let themselves go, but just wasn't as keen about keeping their health and fitness up. So I just want to inspire people that you can, even though you are a mum and you're busy, there's still ways around it. You can still stay fit. So yeah, and
that's true. I remember my kids are all grown up now, but I remember in the kitchen I'd be stirring, but I'd have like a soup can, and I'd be going like this with my arm. I think I need more.
Yesterday we had an interview. It was actually someone who's a relationship coach, and the reason I bring it up is she stressed the importance, regardless if you're a parent or you're a caretaker, you have to take care of yourself first. And I think a lot of times we forget that, because we are giving, and as women we give and give and give, and at some point, if you don't take care of yourself, there won't be anything for you to give. So Emma, if you can share with us, for all of the parents out there, men too, people who are taking care of someone else, raising children, maybe taking care of elderly parents, how do you find the time? Like, how do you do the time management for your fitness and self-care?
Well, I just, firstly, if my kids were with me at home, I would try and just get them involved. That's the best way of doing it. So I just, try to make fun little workouts that they could join in too. But then obviously I was still working out as well. So I did fun little games with them, like little jumping exercises, little like competitions, like who can stay on their hands for the longest, like, you know, like the plank, little press up activities, just made things into games so they would find it fun. But then I was still staying active, so I didn't really have to say, right, kids, go upstairs, I want to work out. They could do it with me, so I was still spending time with my kids, but still obviously staying active. And not only that, you know, I'd go out and go for walks with them, go for little runs. You know, they'd be on my bikes, I'd be running, just trying to include them in any way so that I could still get in that exercise, basically. And then I feel like because I've been doing that, they're so keen that whenever we've got spare time, they're like, oh, Mummy, can we work out? They really want to do stuff with me, which I feel like is amazing, because I really wanted to create good habits for them so that as they become adults, that it just fits into their routine.
That's brilliant. It's interesting. Right before this show, we had Philip Sykes on talking about etiquette and manners and the importance of getting your children to have etiquette and manners from a very early age. And you're saying get them in the routine of being fit and taking care of themselves from a very early age. So you guys in England, you know what you're doing over there.
It's so important, especially now with technology, and especially over lockdown. Like, kids were on screens all day long, you know, doing their lessons online, and then in their spare time they were going on their laptops, on their iPads, you know, playing games. So I just think it's so important that they have that time to be active as well. And otherwise a kid would just be online like all day, and it's not good for them at all. So for their mental health, they need to have that ingrained in them, that they need to have some form of exercise, but not so it's a chore, but they enjoy it, so it's fun. I think, it's just so important. Otherwise we're going to create the next generation is going to be an unhealthy generation. So it's so important to ingrain it in our younger generation now.
No, I agree completely. And what you're doing is so right. You know, you're role modeling. And I remember my mom, there was a TV show here in America called Jacalyn Lane. And we would work out. And I would do it with my mama. Yes. And then fast forward, I started doing workouts with my daughter. She would join me, and there was a movie star, Jane. Do you remember those? And she had workout videos and dancing and all of that. And so today, my oldest daughter is all about fitness.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? If you create that habit when they're younger and they're copying you, you know, you're their role model. So whatever you're doing, they do copy you. So if you create that at a young age, hopefully they'll form great habits for when they're older. It will just be a part of their life. So that's kind of what I want my kids to grow up to be like. So yeah,
well, I just think you just inspired a lot of parents, and maybe she can start telling us some of the things she's doing.
Yes, we would love to hear a little bit about your routine, because backstage we were talking about, I was talking about my core and things I've been doing. And I think there's some misnomers even that I've had about what actually works and what doesn't. So if you can share a little bit with us about your routine, and then also clarify some things that people, you know, maybe people are doing sit-ups or doing hundreds of sit-ups, you know, pulling out their neck or their back. So give us your thoughts if you would, please.
Of course. So well, what people think is that to kind of, they feel like if they've got a bit of extra fat in certain places, they think, oh, I need to target this area. But the body kind of doesn't work like that. You know, if you have an extra bit of fat, it's not going to lose off certain areas. So you need to be doing more cardio to kind of lower your body fat, and then kind of do the strengthening exercises. But people always say to me, because I do have, you know, abs, they're like, well, how do you get abs? You just do sit-ups all the time. But I never do sit-ups. Sit-ups are actually very beneficial, you know. Sit-ups can injure your back, on the lower back, put a lot of pressure on it. And it's important to work the whole core to have like a strong, stable core. So I do like a lot of core exercises like planks, sort of leg raises, lots of things that don't have high impact on the back. And I do a lot of because my goal is to gain muscle, not lose weight, I do a lot of I kind of cut back on the cardio, and I do a lot of strengthening exercises at home. So I write down my routine, and I'll say do 2 lots of different leg workouts a week. I'll do 2 lots of different arm workouts, and I'll do like my back and shoulders. So I'll target areas to kind of strengthen. So, and in those ways, I'll do, like for legs, I'll do like a weighted session, and then I'll do like a body weight session. Same with my arms, like I do weights, and then I'll do ones without, like press-ups and body weight exercises like that. But yeah, there's a lot of people that just think, oh, I need to lose belly fat, so I'll just do steps, but it kind of doesn't work like that. And yeah, it's just important to kind of, if you have a goal, if it's to lose weight, to do more cardio. So you want to go for cycling, go for walk, things like that. They're going to lower your body fat, and for your abs to show, a lot of it is down to nutrition as well, eating healthy. It's all about what you're putting into your body, which is the hardest thing sometimes.
That's definitely my challenge. Emma, I'm wondering if you can share with us, what do you think the breakdown or breakout is between the amount of time you should be doing cardio and the amount of time you should be doing weight-bearing exercise? So let's say you have 1 hour. How would you break that up?
It all depends on the person's goal. So if your goal is to lose weight, then I would specifically probably do that just on cardio, like do that hour focusing on cardio. But obviously if you want to gain muscle, then I would completely cut down that and just do weight strengthening exercises. So that because when I was boxing a lot, I just did cardio. I did lots of cardio. So I'd run, obviously boxing, I'd cycle, I'd sprint, I'd do loads of cardio exercise, and I didn't really do much weights. And then in lockdown, my goal was to gain muscle, and I actually put on 6 kilo of muscle just by cutting out my cardio and doing like weight and body weight exercises. So it all depends on your goal, really.
So when you just mentioned about putting on 6 kilos of weight, some people might be like, what? I don't want to gain any weight. No. I want to have more muscle, but I don't want to gain any weight. It's not bad to gain weight though, right? If it's muscle, we don't want weight that's fat.
Exactly. Muscle weighs more than fat, and it was just muscle that I actually put on. I didn't put on any body fat. It was just purely muscle. And that was just from doing weights, body weight exercises. I did loads of press-ups, planks, like body weight squats, all things like that you can do at home that and just cut out my cardio. So I didn't run, I didn't cycle for long periods of time, like things like that, and I just put on the muscle. So, and that's what I wanted to achieve.
It's so funny when you talk about running. I used to run for decades, and now the thought of running, there is no way. I said to myself last year, I'm never running again. I don't know why. I guess it's all the the wear and tear it takes on your body, but it
at all now. Yeah,
it's a great way to get rid of weight, though. If you can lose weight quickly running,
definitely. Yes. But the trampolining that you're doing, that's amazing. That would be brilliant for weight loss and strengthening, especially on the legs. So that's really good. Really
and it's fun. It's every time you jump up, I don't know how to explain it. You just feel like a little kid. So I highly recommend it. And I think I mentioned that the trampoline I bought on Amazon. I think it was $50 some. Now, in all fairness, I did break through the first one because I think I was doing like pulling my knees up to my chest and then slamming down. So I had to get another one, but the first one lasted 3 months.
That's really good.
And
yes.
With like skipping as well. Skipping's amazing for cardio, like really good for weight loss. And rather than just because running can be boring, can't it? Just going out running, and like you said, it's high impact on your knees and your joints. Whereas skipping's great. It's a great way to lose weight. Also, like hula hooping. Like if you have a hoop, like my kids have hoops, and we do like a lot of hula hooping. That's another great way for cardio. So Yeah.
I think we're going to have Diane demonstrate hula hooping for us, Diane.
Oh no, I used to be pretty good at that, but it just goes straight down now, which I don't understand, because when you're younger, you don't have those hips, but you would think I don't have hips, but my hips don't stop that hula hoop going down. But you guys really talked about something I thought was interesting. Dr. Jacalyn, you mentioned the thought of not running anymore and the wear and tear. And Emma, you might want to address that. I know when I was younger, I absolutely enjoyed, and this is like high school, so like this is eons ago, but jumping hurdles was so much fun. Oh my gosh. And skipping is a blast to do with your kids especially. But the thought, I mean, I don't think I could get off the ground an inch anymore for a hurdle. But everyone, I think they get roadblocks. They think about what they used to be able to do, and then they're not doing it, and they think, okay, I'm not going to exercise anymore. Maybe you could address how to just, it takes a moment to get back in time. So if you just walk 10 minutes, that's 10 minutes you didn't do yesterday, and add. Do you have some thoughts on that?
Yeah, 100%. So if you, like you said, you've got to, like, especially if you've just started out and you want to get fit again, it's so important to take it slowly. Like you said, just, even 5 minutes a day, it's better than nothing, and then build it up, and you will see such like a difference, like the progress. I mean, I had a lady who was that I train, actually. She's in her 60s, and she hadn't exercised probably since she was a teenager, and she couldn't, we did get her skipping, but she couldn't even remember how to skip. Like, she hadn't done it since she was younger, and now she's doing like 20 minutes of skipping. So it just shows, yeah, you can do it. It's just building it up really slowly, like taking your time, not pushing yourself, and listening to your body. If you're hurting in any place, and stop, and then go again the next time when you're ready. So it's just taking it slowly, and especially as you get older, it's important to work on your mobility and flexibility as well, because that has a massive impact on your performance and your strength. So things like yoga, Pilates, that's a great way to kind of to get agile again, mobile. Add those sort of exercises into your routine, and you'll see a difference.
Thank you. I agree with that absolutely. And even if I was sharing backstage, if y'all remember, but for the audience, how you could be stirring the soup that you're making in one hand, you could be lifting, a tomato soup can, but also I'll find if I'm brushing my teeth, it's time to do my squats. So you look at it, I just can't add anything else to my time, but I'm sure you're going to share with us some exercises we could do that we could do while we're doing other things. So when I vocalize for singing, it's I'm sweeping. So
ladies, this is brilliant. We have to take a quick break and hear from some of our sponsors. I was negligent on that. So let's take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Located at 121 Haddon Avenue in Westmont, New Jersey, is Margies Jewelry, artisan jeweler. Margie's been in business for more than 30 years. She works with her clients to create custom pieces of jewelry to reflect their personality and help them make their own bold statement. Starting in the renowned Jewelers Row in Center City, Philadelphia in 1988, Margie works directly with her clients to develop one-of-a-kind pieces such as necklaces, engagement rings, wedding bands, unique watches and tennis bracelets, as well as a myriad of rings and earrings for everyone in your family. She also has worked directly with Dr. Jacalyn over the years, creating unique pieces of jewelry to reflect her personality. She does pearl stringing and repairs on site at 121 Haddon Avenue. Call or text Margie at 215-384-7155. Margies Jewelry is open by appointment only. Make your own bold statement.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Story Garden. Your host, Diane Boehm. I'm so happy to have you here today.
Diane Floyd Boehm tells wonderful stories that warm the heart, spark the imagination, and unite people and families across generations. For children, Diane's Harry the Camel connects with all of us who've ever wondered how different our lives might have been if only we'd been born something better, like a wonderful horse instead of an ordinary camel. In the end, we all learn along with Harry that there's nothing better than just being yourself. Diane's Little Girl in the Moon looks down on earthbound children and wonders if they know she's just like them. A story of love, home, and the bond between mother and daughter, its powerful theme that we're each of us different yet all of us the same plants a seed in children that promises to blossom within a loving and trusting grown-up. Diane's new biography, Rise, recounts the experiences of her grandmother, Ruby, to reveal the hidden strength of the human spirit. Ruby's story inspires all of us to become the best versions of ourselves. You'll find all of Diane's delightful books and much more at diannfloydboehm.com. Visit diannfloydboehm.com. That's diannfloydboehm.com.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Welcome back to Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, live here on Business Talk Radio and social media. You are watching fashion, fitness, travel, and leisure. And today's focus is on fitness. My co-host, Diane Floyd Boehm, and our wonderful guest, Emma Porsz. Welcome back.
Hi.
Hi. I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that you've created your own fitness equipment. I think that is truly amazing. Do you want to share more about that?
Yeah, so this was actually during lockdown, because obviously being inspired just by working out at home, and I wanted to get the message out there that you don't need to go to fancy gyms, you don't need to go to the gym to get fit and healthy. So during lockdown, I decided to create I wanted to create a fitness brand. It's called MFit, so that people could know about, that they can still work out while at home. So I kind of chose on my website like products that I thought people could use that would obviously take not much storage up, that you could still have like a full body workout with at home and get fit and get in great shape with. So for example, I've got like a adjustable kettlebell. So those are the ones that my kids were using as well. So you can take the weights out and really easily, it's like 7 kettlebells in one basically. So it can easily be used for all the family. And then I have like a half core ball trainer, like a Boehm ball, which is amazing. You can do all sorts on there for like a whole body workout, like core work. You can do cardio on there. You can do strengthening work, stability, balance. And then I've got like a little workout set that includes like a skipping rope, like core discs that you can use for core work, and a resistance band. So yeah, it kind of covers everything that you could use that you could get fit for at home.
It sounds fantastic. And the pictures you have on Instagram, I'm literally speechless. You're using rings and all the things that you're doing in your back. It's all muscular. It's amazing. But I congratulate you on everything that you've done, especially during lockdown. And I want to switch just for a moment. So a person can have the equipment, they can have room to do it, but they have to have the mindset to actually make a difference. So can you share with us how you have such a strong mind and how you're so committed?
Yeah. Well, I think for me, because I know this doesn't apply to everyone, but it's a passion of mine. Like I love the feeling you get when you've had a workout. Like I love, staying in shape, feeling healthy. If I don't work out or exercise, I feel really lethargic, and I don't feel it kind of puts me in a bad mood. So I feel like exercise, because obviously it's releasing endorphins, like you feel great off it. And same with like eating healthy foods. Like if you eat the right food, you're going to feel great. And that's kind of my mindset. And, I have people do say to me, well, how can I get motivated? What can I do? But it's just kind of finding the love of it. Like if you enjoy something, then keep on doing it and kind of make it your passion. And I think if people start seeing progress, that's when they then become motivated to carry on with it. It's when someone does something and they don't really see it working, and then they kind of just give up and they don't want to keep doing it. So you have to have progress, but you have to enjoy what you're doing too. So, and because I love it, I just want to do it all the time.
Well, you can see your passion about that, definitely. We have a comment, and let's bring it up. It's from Philip Chan. Emma, do you have a simple 15 to 20 minute exercise or program for a senior citizen like me, retired from my sporting career in 1972, started exercising again?
Yeah, well, obviously it all depends on the goal, like what they want to achieve. If it's just like they want to achieve weight loss, then I would just start on body weight, like start on body weight exercises. So simple things, like you can start with like push-ups for your arms, like squats, lunges, like simple move, like jogging on the spot, knee raises, like simple things. Then obviously as they progress, they want to get better. You could start adding some weights if they've got weights. If they don't have weights, you can just kind of increase the time, decrease the rest time, just building it up that way really. But I'd say if you're just starting out, then you need to start really simple and then progress it each day. So start, I'd probably even start less time than that, 10 minutes a day. Just something really simple, like you could be doing jogging on the spot, high knees, some low body squats, some lunges, and then slowly building it up like that. So, yeah.
Good direction. We have a follow-up. He wants to lose is that tire? I guess tire on my tummy.
They spell it differently.
You can't like pinpoint, I want to lose that bit there. It's kind of like, for that, you need to do cardio to lose body fat in general. You can't kind of pinpoint an area where you want to, the body doesn't really work like that. So you can't say, I want to lose that bit of fat here, I want to lose this love handles. You kind of need to do cardio all around to lose that body fat. So yeah, you need to do more cardio, Philip.
More cardio, Philip. Get out there, Philip. Get out there and start running. So Emma, what about the fact, and we've all seen this, maybe even being guilty of it over time, we call it the weekend warrior. Okay, work all week, and now we're going to take 7 days of exercise and we're going to cram it into 2 days, and ultimately we get injured.
Yeah, it's not a good way to practice, really. You kind of have to be consistent over the week. People do that with food as well. They think, right, I'll eat really well in the week, but then at the weekends I'll go crazy. You kind of have to be...
I guess Diane's telling us something.
Yeah, you kind of have to be just consistent, and you need to build it up over the week. Otherwise, like you said, you are going to, if you hit it all in one, especially if you're new to fitness and you're hitting it all on one weekend, you're going to get injuries and you're going to be sore then for like the whole week. So you kind of need to set yourself a plan and build it up over the week, for sure, definitely. So
sure.
Yeah.
And to go back to when you were giving us great advice on different things to do at home, also in routines, I think it's important for people to know, and I know I'm bad at this, I get so excited and then I've worked out for 2 whole weeks and I'm really doing great and I'm pumped up and I've worked it all out, and then it's all about what you said, mindset. And then all of a sudden I have to fly somewhere or drive somewhere and it breaks everything, and then I have to mentally start all over again. And so I think it's important for people not to be hard on themselves. Don't be like me. Just say, okay, now back to work. Do you have any thoughts on how people shouldn't be so hard on themselves?
Yeah, people, like you said, people do, if they have breaks from it, they kind of beat themselves up about it, and they then get into a sort of a negative mindset and really demotivated by it, and then they don't want to exercise at all. So, you know, if you have to have that break, then don't be hard on yourself. You know, just have a break and then try and just get straight back into it. You won't lose too much fitness in that time, and muscle memory too. So, you know, don't try and keep that positive mind frame all the time. You know, you're doing really well, you're just having a little bit of time out, and then carry on where you left off straight away. Don't think, oh God, I've missed that, so I'm not going to do it at all. You've got to keep that positive mind frame. It's so important. Like you said before, it's all about mindset, like how you see things, and being consistent, like, is a massive thing to stay in shape.
That's great.
And yeah, that's really good direction. One thing I want to add to that, I used to travel a lot when I was working in corporate. And so what I started doing was I started bringing certain things with me in my suitcase. So I have weighted hula hoops, so I would bring them. And then I have a TRX band that you can literally throw over your hotel door, and then you pull it back, and you can do so many things with that.
I love those.
They even have those inflatable weights that you can put water in, and then you can put them in your suitcase. And those discs, the sliders, you can do army crawls with your feet on them.
Yeah, that's so definitely. If you're going away, you know, just even if you don't have the equipment, you can still do things when you're away. You know, just try and get in that mindset of just doing a little bit, even if it's just something very small. Just stay active, and it's great for the mind. It keeps you focused, and you know, you feel better, and you don't feel as lethargic. You just got more energy when you're exercising. So yeah, it's so important to stay in consistent, really.
I agree.
Emma,
thanks.
Yeah, I agree also. Emma, what project or projects are you working on? What's in the future for you?
So my goal is to, with the MFit brand, I really want to make that into a massive brand, and I want to sort of connect that with personal programs, you know, helping people. So not only is it equipment, it's going to be, you know, helping people to get in shape, basically. It's all about being at home. Like I want it to be sort of a home brand, that there's ways of working out at home, and you can still stay in shape and get fit from home. And even with the kids, I want to kind of join that on in future, keeping the kids active with you as well, like programs, mom and children, or father and children. That's my real big goal, is to make it a massive global brand.
That's phenomenal. And I'm wondering if you would share with our audience, people listening or watching, if they want to help you with this. Are you looking for investors? Are you looking for partners? How can somebody support the work that you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it would be like definitely amazing for an investor, or because I mean, I've also would like to think about an app as well, like a fitness app, like an MFit app, and where people can access all the workouts and videos from an app at home. So, you know, an investor for something like that would be incredible too.
How do people currently go and purchase equipment from you? We have a banner that's streaming, but for people who can't see it, I saw Instagram. How can people purchase your equipment?
Yeah, so I have a website, which is www.mfit.co.uk, and on Instagram it's mfit, m_fit_insta. You can go on there, and the link's in my bio for the website too. But also on the Instagram, I've got loads of different workouts from home, using the equipment, like loads of different things that people can have a look at. And also they can message me, you know, if they want any advice with anything, then I'm always there to answer questions.
And you've got some amazing videos, but if someone's not on Instagram, is there somewhere else that they can find your videos?
Well, I'm just in the process of setting up YouTube. So it'll be MFit Home Workouts. So I'm going to be posting more workout videos on there as well. So people can, not just with the equipment, but with body weight stuff as well, like things people can do from home.
Excellent. I just want to let people... Yeah, we're jumping jack. I just want to let people know who are on the radio that her website is www.em, M as in Mary, fit.co.uk. So please go to her website. And if you are somebody who likes to invest, please reach out because investment is needed. And we love to have partners take us to the next level. I'm a huge fan of Shark Tank. I can't say I've watched every show, but I just love it when somebody has a new business and they're looking to take it to the next level, and then somebody invests and you see where it goes. And so I think that's you are on the right path. We are so excited for you. I would ask you to do some push-ups for us, but I'm not going to. I'm sure you have
so excited that you mentioned Shark Tank. We are thinking alike because I'm like, you need to be on Shark Tank.
You have your own show there. Someone said, I think it's with a D, like it's Shark Tank.
Dragon's Den.
There it is, Dragon's Den. Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe Philip Chan can help you get on there. Philip, or he just actually put another message. I think he's going to the gym. He's going to the gym.
We've inspired him.
Well, that's one thing I want to just leave us, and I'll have each of you weigh in, is that, we all have to take care of ourselves, right? And I do feel like I've been guilty of this. Like during the pandemic, I started eating sugar again, which I'm off of it now 3 weeks. But I just looked at my skin and I just thought, you can see it when you eat sugar. You can just see it in your skin. But anyway, we've developed, no, I'm not saying everyone, but some of us, unhealthy habits, and we can change it. Somebody just said today, I think Philip Sykes said it takes 60 some days to break a bad habit or ineffective habit. So if you think you start today, 2 months, you can be a new you.
So true.
I love that. A better you.
A better you. Yes. That is our presentation platform, Emma. We would love for you to come on. We haven't had anybody do any fitness presentations, but you actually present a lesson about how we can be better personally and professionally. You could actually do workouts on there. We'd love to have you.
Amazing.
No, come to the conference and you could be our workout guru.
We're having an in-person conference in 2022, either in Orlando or Nashville. And we do want to have in the morning, we want to have some type of fitness offering. And then I think midday, so we'll reach out to you and see if you're available for that.
Thank you. That'd be amazing. Thank you.
All right. And all you listeners, remember to listen, because we're going to be sharing more and we want you to be part of it. Right?
We sure do. Thank you for that, Diane.
You're welcome.
Emma, we're going to highlight you and ask you to leave our audience with a positive message, something that's, a philosophy that you have that I'd love for you to share with others.
Okay, so I always say to my kids as well, you've only got one body, so you've got to look after it, basically. And food for fuel, so you need to fuel your body in the correct way. If you put the wrong fuel in a car, it's not going to work. If you put the right fuel in, it's going to go. So look after yourself.
I love that. Brilliant. I know some people I know during this pandemic, they confide and they basically have a lot of excuses about, I don't need to take care of myself because I'm in the house anyway. But this is your body. And it doesn't matter if you're in the house or not. It's like a vessel. It's like it's a treasure. You should really treat it like that.
Yeah, so true.
That is so true. Yep. I love that. The fuel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I put quality gas in my car, so I guess I better be better about quality in my body.
And also the importance of water. I've been hearing this over and over again this week, at least half your body weight in water.
Yeah, 70% water. So you need to hydrate all the time. You're right too.
For those who can't see, we all picked up our water bottle.
Yes, we did. So we're staying healthy and doing the right thing. So Emma, thank you so much for being here. I seriously would love to have you on A Better You, and any other program that you'd like to book on, we'd love to have you back.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So lovely to meet you both.
Lovely to meet you too. Thank you for the inspiration.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, we'll see you again. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
She was wonderful.
She was, and I'm ready to go get my endorphins back. How about you? Oh, you already have them.
Well, you know what it is, Diane? I think I mentioned this before, but I have this horrible fear of being fat, of being heavy, and I've had it my entire life. And so when I don't get the exercise that I need, I mentally beat myself up, just being honest. It's like, you need to do this and you need to do that. So this morning, I really didn't have a lot of time to work out. So I just did, I got my book out and I did those exercises that I told you. So I didn't have any time for cardio today. And to your point, I'm giving myself some grace because I don't have any time to do cardio today. It's just not physically possible. And I'm letting it go.
Mm-hmm. Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. And I'm eating better for today,
That's good. And, I think we complement each other because you have a really good mindset and workout ethics. And I'm probably might be one of the listeners who I go, and then I stop and then I got to talk myself back into it. Or I'm a person who's like, yes, I've reached my goal. Where's that ice cream? Right. And so I want people to go, okay, I loved what Emma said, put the right fuel in. And every once in a while, we do need to have that great treat. And if you guys knew how much I love to bake, and I don't have anyone to eat it now. So it's a problem. Well, my husband, but he's not going to eat it. I won't let him. But
let me bake it, but you can't have it.
You can't have it, right? Take it to church. Anyway, but I love how we complement each other because we have listeners from all walks of life. And I want all our listeners to know that we're all different and we are all blessed. And if we're able to exercise, even if it's just all we can do is sit and raise our arms at the moment, because maybe I remember one time, you don't know this, Dr. Jack, when I hurt myself and I couldn't walk. And I literally, it took 6 months of intensive of working with a physical therapist. Is she going to need surgery or et cetera? And luckily I didn't, to make a long story short, but that feeling of hurting your back so badly that you have to just go teeny tiny steps to strengthen it. And you can do it as long as you really watch yourself and have someone that helps you. So everyone out there, just treasure what you have and take care of those muscles the right way.
Great point. Thank you for your transparency and sharing that, Diane. I did not know that.
Yeah. So it was very tough. I hurt myself so badly the ambulance people did not want to even move me from the upstairs. They wouldn't take me. And
oh my gosh.
Long story, but that's how bad I had hurt my back exercising, and it was a long haul, almost a year. So I know you can do it, and as far as thinking about what you said about gaining weight and so forth. So listeners, I have been a yo-yo person forever, and so I'm trying to be committed not being yo-yo, but it's hard. It's very hard, but we can do it with the right thing, and I think we're bringing on really great guests to inspire us. So thanks.
I do too. Well, and thank you to Philip Chan for introducing us to Emma. And Philip has another comment. Another brilliant show. Thank you. And congratulations. And Emma's just amazing. I am active to the gym now. I guess he's actually going to the gym?
Yes.
All right. Good for you. Treadmill. That's awesome. So to your point, I think if you can change some small behavior, like for example, for my shows, I was sitting up until this week, and now I'm standing. And as I stand, I have a board. I was going to try to get it when I was running the commercial, but I was afraid I might trip over something. But I have this board that you stand on, and it goes like this, and you can twist. So during commercials, a lot of times I'm twisting, at least. So I'm used to, prior to broadcasting, when I was in corporate, I have a BOSU. And I would stand on the BOSU during conference calls, not on Zoom, and I would do my hula hoops, and I'd be on the BOSU, and at least I was getting some exercise, like a small thing.
Wow.
So
I don't
Yeah.
even know what a bosu is. Like,
It's BOSU. It means both sides up. And
oh,
it's the top of it's flat, and then I'll have it right over here, but it's too big behind the screen. It's flat, and then the bottom is round, and so it's really good for balancing. Like you can be on one leg, you can do
I've
all
seen
kinds
those.
of yoga poses, and
you
yeah,
can stand on that thing, huh?
I can stand on it with one foot. I'm not on it right now, and I can do my hula hoops, and I can do weights, and I can, yeah.
I'm impressed.
I have to share this with you. I was seeing somebody and we went to the gym and he jumped right on the bosu and he had no problem. I was literally terrified. So I had to hold his hand and hold onto the wall. And I said to myself, I am going to do this. I'm not going to be living in fear. And so it took a few times and finally I could do it. And that was 8 years ago. And now I love it. It's so good for your balance. And, eagle pose, like for yoga, where you and then you wrap your leg and you do that on the bosu. And it's amazing. So I recommend everyone give it a try.
Yes. But what balance you have, that's amazing.
Well, because I've worked on it.
Okay.
You can always start with a wall, holding onto a wall.
Okay. Because I have seen those things, and then I was like, yeah, but I think I might try that and hold on to that wall. It will be my
remember
best
to
friend.
hold on something that's stable. You don't want to hold on to a chair that might move because then you don't want to have any problems with your back.
Right.
So
exactly. No problems at the back.
I
know you need to go, but I want to share one more thing with your listeners. That I apologize, I don't know the proper terms of all the equipment, but the giant ball that you can get, like the really big one, and blow it up.
Medicine.
And then you can lay on it. A medicine ball, yes, thank you. And I love that. And that is one of the things they used. I had to work my way up to that. But even to this day, a medicine ball is very soft on the back for a lot of really quality exercises. So I recommend that.
I think that's a great one. What I like to do with that is I lie flat on the floor and I take the ball over my head and then I bring my legs up and the ball goes between my legs and then back and forth. And, you do that however many times. And you can also, if you have TRX, which you don't have to because you can even do it without, if you lie on the ball and then you can sort of crawl with your arms. So you have the ball pushed between your abdomen and lower. Yeah. And then you can use your hands or you can use your elbows and you can kind of crawl along.
Oh, I haven't tried that with the TRX, but the TRX is phenomenal.
It's amazing. When I think about when I used to be in a gym and the TRX and all the things I could do, people would look at me like I was insane. It was just so much fun. You're almost like a circus performer.
Well, as I said, I need to for you, you're in shape. So people, I don't know what they'd be thinking about me. But anyway, I have a lot of dough from my fabulous baking over COVID. And so instead of 9, you would have to call my waistline is bigger than 19. They say COVID-19, but it's COVID-19 plus for the dough. But
a waistline of 19.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying your waistline was 19 inches?
Oh, no. I was making a joke about the number 19.
Okay.
No,
I was gonna say, that's
the smallest
very
it's
tight.
ever been is 22, but those are my modeling days.
That's pretty small. But you know what?
Yeah.
That's another thing. We can't get hooked on numbers, right?
Yeah.
Like I was saying this, and I forget who I was speaking to about the numbers on the scale. And I am guilty of this. I have a pair of jeans that I purchased. They're Versace, and I got them in the 80s. I think it was, I don't know, whenever they first came out. And so my measure of success for my weight is, can I still get into the jeans? And these are jeans that are denim, not the stretch. Remember how jeans used to be?
Oh, yeah.
Way back in the dark ages. And so I can put them on and I can close that button and there's a lot of stuff hanging over. It's not a pretty picture. And so I said to myself, why don't you get rid of the jeans? You're never going to wear them anyway. So they're in a pile to give to Goodwill because it's just mentally bothering me.
Yeah, and our bodies do change whether we like it or not, and so we do have to accept that. I certainly, I was thinking mentally when you were sharing that idea, I was saying to someone the other day, we were talking about bell bottoms, and I had some really cool bell bottoms. You were still an angel up in heaven in those days, but my bell bottoms were so gorgeous, and they were hip huggers, and I don't even think I could get my arm into the leg of a bell bottom today.
You know what, Diane, you bring up a really good point that nobody tells you this. Nobody tells you as you get older that things do change. Your hips get bigger. It's not fair, but we have to accept it.
Well, as I say, it's better than being 6 feet under. So count your blessings every day.
Yes, that is definitely true. Definitely true. Well, I've had a great time with you here today, and I'm so glad that Emma was on the show. And again, thank you to Philip Chan. We have another show coming up, and I've got to go do a wardrobe change, check on my mom. I definitely will. You have a wonderful day. Emma, thank you again backstage. It was great seeing you. And we will see you again soon. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.